Welcome to today's video. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and symbolically rich paintings of the Renaissance, The Ambassadors by Hans Holbein the Younger. Painted in 1533, this artwork is a treasure trove of detail, symbolism, and intrigue. Stick around as we break down its meaning and unravel its mysteries. First, let's take in the full painting. At first glance, it's a double portrait of two well-dressed men, seemingly showcasing their wealth and status. But this is no ordinary portrait. The deeper you look, the more layers of symbolism and mystery emerge. Let's start with the two figures. On the left is Jean de Dinteville, a French ambassador dressed in luxurious clothing. On the right is Georges de Selve, a bishop and scholar. These two men weren't just diplomats. They were symbols of Renaissance humanism, a movement emphasizing education, exploration, and the balance of worldly and spiritual pursuits. Now take a look at the table between them. It's covered with objects, each representing knowledge and discovery. On the upper shelf, we see instruments used for astronomy and navigation, tools of the expanding Renaissance world. These include a celestial globe, a sundial, and a quadrant, symbolizing the scientific advancements of the time. On the lower shelf, the focus turns to earthly concerns, a lute, an open hymn book, and a globe of the earth. But here's the twist. The lute has a broken string, a subtle symbol of discord or tension. The hymn book, written in Lutheran script, hints at the religious conflicts of the period, especially between Protestantism and Catholicism. And now for the painting's most famous and mysterious detail, the distorted skull. At first, it looks like an odd smear across the bottom of the painting. But if you view the painting at an angle, the skull reveals itself in proper perspective. This technique, called anamorphosis, is both a technical marvel and a powerful symbol. The skull serves as a memento mori, or reminder of death, urging us to reflect on life's impermanence, even amid wealth, knowledge, and power. Holbein doesn't stop there. Look at the floor. It features a design from Westminster Abbey, symbolizing divine order and the larger cosmic framework. The positioning of the ambassadors, the objects, and the floor creates a balance between the earthly and the celestial, materialism and spirituality. The ambassadors themselves are painted with incredible detail. Jean de Dinteville's fur-lined coat and ornate dagger scream wealth and power. The dagger even bears an inscription of his age, 29. Meanwhile, Georges de Selve, dressed more modestly, represents a thoughtful, scholarly presence. Holbein's mastery of texture and light is evident in every fold of their clothing and every object on the table. But what's the overarching message? The Ambassadors is more than a portrait. It's a snapshot of the complexities of 16th century Europe. It reflects the intellectual, religious, and political tensions of the time. The mix of objects, scientific instruments, religious books, and musical items suggests the fragile balance between human achievement and spiritual reflection. And then there's the skull, a stark reminder that, in the end, death spares no one. Historically, 1533 was a turbulent year. This was the height of the Protestant Reformation, with Europe divided over religion. The ambassadors represent the diplomacy and intellectual efforts to navigate these tensions. Holbein, working in England under the court of Henry VIII, captured this moment in all its complexity. In The Ambassadors, Holbein delivers a masterpiece of Renaissance art, a painting that's as much about knowledge and power as it is about mortality and humility. It's a visual puzzle, a philosophical statement, and an artistic triumph, all rolled into one. Thank you for joining me on this journey into Hans Holbein the Younger's The Ambassadors. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which painting you'd like to explore next. Until next time, keep exploring the beauty of art.